I want to make a quick video today about metabolism and what that means, So this is just a quick video right off the cuff. I just wanted to I just thought of the idea to make a video about what metabolism means and why I want to raise it and why our metabolism has slowed down, and just to give information for my clients and whoever watches this video about what that really means. Now, what is your metabolism? Well, in layman's terms, it's basically how well your body can metabolize or break down energy. I mean, that's essentially what we're talking about here as far as a diet and body composition context. Your metabolism is how it breaks down the food that you eat and gives you energy. So what you'll notice is that when you are full of energy and not from using stimulants like caffeine and such, you also are typically more in shape. So I usually always relate this to when you're younger. When you're younger, your body is functioning very well. It hasn't had time to deteriorate or to go through all the toxins and bad food, and it takes time to ruin your metabolism. So when you're young and youthful, you can get away with eating some garbage and laying around because it's youthful. It hasn't had time to cause significant damage yet. So when you are younger, you have a high metabolism, typically. I mean, when you see kids that are overweight, they are significantly abused. Those children are literally every single day doing what is the worst you can possibly do. Eat bad food, don't move, not getting outside. They are literally abused, these children that are overweight. But that's a topic for another discussion. When you're younger, you are typically in shape, lean, full of energy, ready to go, wake up, ready to go, sleep hard, are able to concentrate, basically the opposite of what a grown adult is nowadays. And it's because your metabolism is high. And why is our metabolism not high as we age? Well, because we're damaging it with poor diet, poor sleep habits, high stress. Okay, so that's what metabolism is. Whenever you hear the word metabolism, that's what we're talking about. The ability to break down the food that you eat into energy. And it gets destroyed by environmental toxins, not getting outside in the sun, high stress, and poor eating habits. That's it. I mean, that's literally the key right there. And so how do we fix it? Literally the opposite of what I just said. Getting outside, get away from artificial lights, eating a whole food diet, lowering stress, staying away from high stimulants, exercising, and I think good sleep habits. Did I just say that first? Good sleep habits. And so when you do all these things, your metabolism is able to break down the food that you eat. It's like an exponential growth. One thing plus one thing plus one thing equals 20 things. And so that's what we're talking about when we're increasing metabolism, or when people talk about destroying metabolism or a low thyroid. When you have a high metabolism, you have a high thyroid, you have a high T3 and a low TSH. Trying to put it into layman's terms so it's easy to understand. But people want to talk about having thyroid issues, right? I have a low thyroid. It's true. That is what you have, but that's not why you are dysfunctional. You are dysfunctional from your habits. So let's be real. You're dysfunctional because of your habits. You have a low thyroid because of your habits. You don't genetically have a low thyroid, okay? You don't genetically have an obesity gene like Oprah says, okay? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You don't have an obesity gene. You have a bad habit problem, okay? And that's pretty much the point I wanted to make with this video. I kind of want to keep it short, but I can expand on it. I will expand just briefly about how some people claim they do the right things. You know, they're like, oh, I get 8 hours. Well, is it 8 hours of quality sleep, right? Are you waking up multiple times? I mean, I can get 8, 10 hours of sleep without waking up if I drink a bottle of alcohol. That'll give me 8 hours straight. Doesn't mean it's quality. You're destroying your REM sleep. Okay, so people say that they're doing this and that. They're not doing the right things. Partly because they're lying, but partly because they're just uneducated. So yeah, this is a video right off the cuff. I really don't have much else to say, but this is just a video about what metabolism means and what the word, when you hear that word, like, oh, I have a bad metabolism, but they don't know, you don't know too much more after that. Broken metabolism. You fix your metabolism from your daily habits, and then your body is able to effectively break down the food that you give it. And then you have loads of energy, and then you start to lose fat, you start to gain muscle, your metabolism goes high, and you don't have to restrict calories. The reason why people have broken metabolism is obviously because of bad food, but then they try to lose weight, and the only way they can lose weight is by restricting calories. Because yes, that will work. Restricting calories, your energy input into your body is lower than your calorie output, what you're putting out by exercising. That only goes so far. Your body's going to stress and be like, whoa, slow down. Slow down the metabolism. Slow down the breakdown of food so that we can conserve and that we can survive, because your body's not going to be able to survive like that. Your body survives and thrives by giving it high quality nutrients and calories. Do you remember this is the ultimate point I was trying to make. I just remembered. Do you remember when you were a kid, and you see it all the time, when you can get away with eating some junk food, or you can get away with eating a lot of junk food until it catches up to you? You can get away with, the hard gainers, people that can just eat so much food and they don't put on a single pound. That's because their metabolism is so high. And you can get to that point when you work with a coach like me. You can get to that point where you're so stuffed with high quality food, your body's like, oh, geez, this is a lot of nutrients. We want to use it. We want to use these quality nutrients. It makes you want to be active. And that is the position you want to be in, like a kid, like you were when you were a kid, when you had rampant libido, when you had full of energy, you sleep like a baby. That's what we're trying to get back to. And the reason why we've gotten to this position is because of those poor habits that got us here. The alcohol, the weed, the late nights, the screens, the stress, and the poor diet. So this is just a one take, and just wanted to kind of just describe like what the metabolism means and how we can fix it. So that's it. Okay, see you in the next one.